tonight on Space Cadets.
All right, folks. Now, you've probably been hankering to have a look down at home. See what you've been missing all these few orbits. So,
My Mark 2, 1.
there you go.
Welcome to Space Cadets. The Space Cadets are nearly 24 hours into their mission to boldly go nowhere. Mission Control got them up last night, and we'll be reliving that in a moment. And I tell you, if you saw it last night and thought that was good, believe me, there's more truly jaw-dropping moments tonight. The hits keep coming. Now, before the launch, the cadets were shown what they thought was the Mission Control, but in fact, this room is where it really all happens. This is the real kind of box of tricks. A real Mission Control will monitor things like, I don't know, booster systems, payload deployments and retrieval systems. The only things that interest the boys in here are noise, vibration and cameras as they continue to maintain this staggering illusion. How do you like that? I like him a lot. He's Dean Andre. All right, Dean. You okay there, matey? Nice to see you. Well done with yesterday. You must feel absolutely chuffed about the launch yesterday.
Well, I'm having a great time. It was so exciting I couldn't contain myself.
I bet. Did you just go, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Dean, just show us what are the main areas that you're doing in here, just quickly.
We have the simulator area.
Yeah.
We've got the video area over there, and we have audio. All of them are linked together. The simulator is linked to the sound and drives the sound. And so when it starts to rock and roll, the sound starts to rock and roll, and then the ship takes off.
Okay, so the systems all interact with each other. Just one last thing. What is the most dangerous thing? What could blow the whole?
User error.
User error.
Whoops, that's why we have this sign, Johnny. It says, warning, live equipment. Touch anything and you end the show.
Dean Andre, we pray that never happens. Thank you very much for all you've done. Okay, let's take another look at the launch. There's no background music, just the sound effects. So if you really want to enjoy the full experience, sit on your tellies and turn them up to 11. Over the past 3 weeks, our cadets have been trained physically, challenged mentally, and had everything they thought they knew about space turned on its head. Now, the chosen four, Paul, Billy, Kerry and actor Charlie, are strapped into the cockpit, ready for takeoff. But can we convince them that they're really being launched into space?
1, you are T-minus 90 seconds.
Oh my god.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Well done for getting
Good
here.
luck. Good luck, Evgeny. Come on. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
All right.
Here we go.
Yay!
Well done, guys.
Woo.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Mission Control counts down.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Oh my god, we're going
0.
to guys.
9 months of hard work has gone into creating this virtual reality world. But there's a problem.
Not over the one, Captain Crims. Confirm startup. Over.
Commander has confirmed startup engine shutters on.
Capcom Crims, we have power loss. Main engine power loss.
Not over the one, Captain Crims.
Guys, we're just experiencing a little bit of a difficulty here.
We have no sound. The hydraulics are moving the shuttle, but inside they can't hear a thing.
Initially, there was like a power loss, and I was really quite nervous because it was quite a jerky time.
Capcom Crims,
Copy that.
this is Earth Orbiter 1. Do you read me? Over.
Reading
right, guys?
you, bank to turn left into taxiway 4 on my mark. 2,
Negative
1,
Capcom Crims.
Negative, Capcom.
I don't know whether things went wrong. It sounded like they did, but it sounded like someone was trying to start a lawnmower underneath us, and not very successfully. And there was a lot of talk of power failure, and I thought for a while that it just had failed, the whole system, and I was just sitting there wondering what on earth is everyone going to do.
Time for our actors to step in.
We will be waiting here for just a couple of minutes. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Do some final last-minute checks to ensure everything
They're actually
very smooth like butter.
They are towing us out.
Okay.
So we're cool. Yeah. So we're just anchoring up to the tow tractor.
My car's like this in the mornings.
After a very tense 2 minutes, the sound problems are ironed out, and we have liftoff.
Roger.
5, 4,
right,
3, 2, 1, mark. Earth Orbiter 1, proceed with takeoff on runway 9er on my mark.
Roger.
5,
Come on.
4,
We've unhooked
3,
from the
2,
tractor.
1,
We are going
mark.
for takeoff, all right?
Okay.
Go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
No way.
Get it.
Yes.
Prepare for rocket ignition.
This is fucking amazing. This is amazing. This is fucking amazing. We are going so
We have
fast.
rotation.
Taking off. I think we're taking off now.
On my
So
mark.
smooth.
10, 9,
I think we're up in
8,
the air.
7,
We're
6,
definitely up in the air.
5,
We're long time in
4,
there. It's
3,
interesting.
2, 1, mark.
We're up.
Solid rocket boosters have ignited.
Come on,
We
Bill.
have liftoff. Landing hydraulics retract. Check. Capcom Krimsk to Earth Orbiter 1, now entering square spiral ascent. Check.
There's no G-force, so you didn't sort of like kind of just sit back like that. But the noise, it was just like it was kind of what you imagine, you know. It's really loud, and it just seemed like it was like kind of, you know, if you watch a film or something and you hear a rocket take off, and it was exactly like that. But the noise was emphasised just loads. It was brilliant.
Speed. We must be
Capcom Krimsk to Earth Orbiter 1, confirm maximum dynamic pressure has been reached. Check.
the button.
We are nearing space.
Flight Commander Ivanovich and Pilot Dawson, played by actors, keep our cadets informed every step of the way.
We're going to be jettisoning the solid rocket boosters any second now. We'll start to slow down a bit. We still got main engines though. Once main engines cut off, we're not going to be accelerating anymore, so we're going to feel like we're kind of drifting down, but it just means we're not...
Capcom Krimsk to Earth Orbiter 1, prepare for solid rocket booster separation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
We have SRB
cool.
separation.
Now we see you. Solid rocket boosters have separated at T plus 22 minutes.
I didn't know what it was going to feel like to take off, and it was as smooth, but we were going fast. I could feel we were going fast, but it was so smooth, and when we actually hit suborbit, it was just clean, went straight through, lovely. So I was thrilled.
Just easing into orbit, folks.
Earth Orbiter 1, Capcom Krimsk.
Oh,
Preparing
wicked.
Engine
Whoa.
system and single burnout. Over.
It got more and more authentic, really, as we went along, and yeah, by the end I was starting to get kind of a bit, you know, a little bit, almost slightly giddy, thinking, oh my god, where are we now?
Earth Orbiter 1, you are go for engine shutdown and OMS in 50 seconds, over.
We're astronauts now.
I actually thought we were still on the ground, and when Drew says, right, we're in space now, I was like, what, really? It's just like being on a plane, but a lot smoother.
It feels like we're still on the ground, don't you?
Yeah.
So smooth, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Did you guys enjoy the ride?
Yeah, it's good.
That was something else.
We tried to keep it as smooth as we could. Really quick.
Yeah.
We're going very quick.
Yeah.
We're doing 28,000 kilometers per hour right now.
Bloody hell.
So,
We go around the world in 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
That's
incredible. And I'm just bewildered and enchanted by how successful the illusion is being.
There we go.
Capcom Krimsk to Earth Orbiter 1, you may commence your on-orbit operations. Congratulations, everybody.
Yay.
thank you very much.
would it be a shitter if someone was... We accidentally heard, "Oi mate, do you want a coffee?"
From out the back. And they were going, oh, I open the shields, they've got like a space simulator, like a big screen, so it looks like we're in space, and someone throws a burger at the windscreen.
Yeah.
And ketchup goes flying. Whoa, what are the odds of that happening?
Welcome back to Space Cadets. A sub-zero night here in Suffolk. Now, at the moment, we've got 3 people who believe they're in space. Let's just take a quick look. We've got Paul, Kerry and Billy. There they are, just relaxing, quite intimate there. There's our Russian actor who's playing the pilot. And I have to say, at the moment, he's getting into kind of a bit of a lovey-off with Charlie over who can kind of out-method act each other. But he's coming out with some fantastic phrases, really proving very good value indeed, this Russian actor. He's actually English, but he's deep into character. Used the expression the other night, he's like a sheep that's lost, that's looking for a hideout. Genius. When this is all over, they'll go with the cadets that didn't make the mission to a genuine space tourism camp in Russia, and they'll experience genuine zero gravity. Will it be better than what they're experiencing here? I don't know, but I think there's a clue in the name of the aircraft in Russia that they'll be hurtling towards Earth in to achieve that elusive zero gravity. It's called simply the Vomit Comet. And I have to say, from what I've gathered, it does what it says on the tin, or more literally, the aluminium. For now, though, they must make do with our shuttle simulator. Let's just have a quick look. This is the, so that's the cockpit. We know they're there. There's 4 of them that go there. They can't go any further forward. It's netted off. And that's because if they get too far forward, they can look at, when we see the screen that's showing Earth, they'll be able to probably see the peripheries of the screen and kind of all the equipment on the floor and wires. The midsection, which is where they'll be living and sleeping with a little bathroom, kind of about there, with a tiny shower. And there's the lab at the back where they'll be doing their experiments. So there you go. That's roughly it. It's their new home, and it's time for them to explore it. Judging by the size, I'm guessing this isn't going to be a long tour. Flight Commander Ivanovich has switched the shuttle to autopilot so they can leave the cockpit and show the cadets around.
Oh, that feels nice. It's very good. Welcome to orbit.
Thank you very much. This is wicked. Very good.
You're excited to be.
Thank you so much.
No, it is good.
You right, Charlie boy?
Just closing the hatch. Sorry, Paul.
Yes, we must close always when we move from one section of the ship to another. We must always
Last one through.
close it up. Okay. Are there any questions about this? Is obviously the shower place,
Toilet.
and where you
Do your business.
yes. Good. Okay. There is a special way to go through here for the. If you are strong, you go through here once with your hand. You take up.
Yeah.
Other side, and then through.
Here you are. I'll pass my through. All right, go.
It is high up. Okay.
How's it going?
You need not go like this. Normally we have the zero gravity.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, cool. So you just sort of float through.
We will float through. Yes.
Oh, look, there's all right. That's where we do experiments, yeah?
Experimenty там. Шлем. I will take the helmet. The cameras.
Yeah, just waving to
So that many people will be
watching.
viewing this. Yes.
Yeah, man.
You don't get camera shy then, Evgeny?
You like cameras?
I'm not a big fan of the cameras following me around like I am a lost sheep looking for a hideout. I don't like this. We can store some helmets and boots in here. We shall be moving out of these LOL orange suits very soon and changing. If you wish, you may stay like this for many days if you want, but
No, you're alright.
good.
It's a bit smelly.
Good. We will store them. So this is where you will have your boots and your helmets all in here. So you can start to place these if you so wish. Good.
Be careful.
So we can take our boots off.
Please do what you want. Yes, to take. If you want any help to remove things, then you must tell me.
Charlie, you're 20, I'm 19.
Okay.
Ready?
Good.
Yeah, really.
You're happy.
Really happy. It
Very
didn't
good.
even feel like we were like going up at all. It just felt like we were in a car.
Very nice.
Really, really,
No
really
problem.
smooth,
People
yeah.
think space, Hollywood movies, the aliens will
Yeah.
come and smash into your head and hit your neck. And
Yeah, it was
but
brilliant.
I had a couple of moments where it was, whoa.
At the beginning, you know, when we lost power, I felt a little bit scared, but then the rest of it, I was just so calm, as if I was going to sleep. So thank you.
That is what it's like. Everybody who wants to sleep must go to space. So soon this will be, I think, the move.
You can't change around.
Of the Western world, maybe. Or Russia.
The cadets have been told that the shuttle has 3 artificial gravity generators, which will counteract the effects of zero gravity and stop them floating around.
Enjoy your ride,
Oh, it was fantastic. I was just saying, it was so smooth, yeah. Frenchie, can I have 22? Sorry.
You know when you said it was the two, there's the 2 different sort of like smooth and hard?
Chunky, yeah.
Chunky.
What would be chunky? What sort of, it would just be a couple of bangs, or would it be...
Well, I mean, because it's a new system, you know, we've taken her up about 7 times to taste, just testing the HEG.
Yeah.
And the first few times we've had it almost like sort of just like clamping the gravity in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, almost like as if you, like suddenly the gravity just goes sunk.
Yeah.
So the guys have been tweaking it so that it's a more smooth engagement. So, so just
Well, just work then.
Yeah.
Out of smooth.
yeah.
Because
I
you
mean,
said brace yourself, nothing else. Like,
no, I know.
smooth, nothing else.
It's a precaution.
Brace yourself for nothing. It is a
that's
paradox.
better, yeah.
Yeah.
We, something like that.
Because I noticed that you didn't. Well, I haven't looked at the obviously a cockpit like fully, but I noticed that you couldn't see really in front of you. It was just like numbers and
It's all on the screen.
just numbers and just
Just
telling
everything
coordinates.
computerised,
then.
yeah.
It's all on the screen when over. One more thing, you must not go into the cockpit.
No.
That is,
That's absolutely
ever. That is
Yeah.
that will.
Yeah, we're set. We know our rules.
You understand? We
Yeah.
we have to repeat them
No, absolutely.
for
yeah,
your
cool,
safety as well as us.
Yeah, you
Because
get in
safety is
trouble.
very
Yeah. We
important.
won't try and hot ride the rocket.
What I found is one thing is that I
need to
didn't
go,
get a
though.
sense of you know when your stomach goes boom, you know when you on like on a roller coaster when you're going down you get like a sort of jolt. We never
Yeah.
had that.
No, at
Never had
all.
that at all, which is amazing, isn't it?
Well
Thank
done,
you very
guys.
much. Commander,
Good. Now listen,
that's the highest compliment you can pay us.
Is it?
Only 15 minutes into the mission, and the actors are already playing games.
After 4 or 5 days in here,
call it
you won't
month.
even notice the fact that you're cooped up in here. When you get back to Earth, sort of weekend, now that's going to be a whole different story.
When are we flying back? Is it Friday?
I'm still waiting for word from Capcom on that. I mean, we circle every 90 minutes, so we can land every 90 minutes at Krimsk, and we also have a number of alternative landing sites picked out throughout the world. In Morocco, there's one in England at Woodbridge, which we used to use for as an alternative landing site for NASA shuttles as well.
So down near
So they
the
got
Suffolk
about a
coast.
4.5 mile long. Sorry?
Is that Woodbridge out near the Suffolk coast?
Yeah, in England.
There we go. The actors playing with us there by giving the place we're actually in Suffolk a bit of a name check. Whew. OK, back to the cadets. Space travel is a hungry business, so it's time for them to think about what's for tea.
During their mission, the cadets will eat a selection of vacuum-packed food,
love
cooked in the onboard
Okay,
microwave.
All right, folks. How hungry are you folks anyway?
Very
hungry.
Very hungry?
Yeah, man.
All right.
We're not here
let's
since
do it.
1 o'clock.
Let's see what we got here. Now, with all our preparations, we haven't had a chance to look at the menu at all. So we've got dinner, 2 times vegetable bolognese. For dessert, we have 3 times chocolate mousse, 3 times chocolate pudding with chocolate sauce. Now, what's the difference between chocolate mousse and chocolate pudding?
Chocolate pudding's like a sponge cake.
Chocolate pudding is a sponge cake, and mousse is kind of like a whipped cream sort of chocolate.
All right.
And that's why I'm having
This will be
chocolate
interesting to
mousse.
see. Okay.
Spotted dick and custard.
Am I allowed to say that? What?
Yeah.
One spotted dick and custard.
Yeah.
It's an actual
Now-
dish.
All right. They told me that we were getting special English food for you folks.
Yeah, I know. It's not
I'm
that.
guessing that's the special English food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spotted dick. Spotted-
That's
Is
right.
that about a guy named Richard who's got acne?
No, sir.
Served up.
it's worse than that.
All right. Well, I am mighty looking forward to that.
Yeah, we'll let you try that one.
All right. We also got some snacks to go along with all this. We got black bread, chocolate coated wafer biscuit bars, corn cakes, rye crisp bread, oat cakes, mixed nuts, and dried fruit. All right. So let's dig in, folks. All right.
Over dinner, Paul puts our acting pilot Dawson on the spot.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Drew. You got to answer me properly, yeah? Truthfully, really truthfully.
All right.
Have you ever, or do you believe in UFOs?
I have never seen one myself. However, I do know other astronauts back home, and I'm sure there are cosmonauts on this side of the fence in Russia who have seen things they can't explain. I respect a great deal James Lovell on Apollo 8. He saw something that was sort of spinning around and sort of catching the sun and flashing. And, you know, it's kind of like the old sailors, you know, I guess, like seeing mermaids and stuff. But your mind can occasionally play tricks on you, even for us, you know.
It makes you think.
It's just ridiculous. I think with all the stars and with all the galaxies and stuff like that, there must be something.
I absolutely agree with you. I will absolutely affirm. I believe that there is life out there.
Like, I know it's an old hat, but so the Roswell thing is just made up. Roswell.
I mean, I haven't seen anything that would tell me otherwise.
We were talking to our lecturer about the landing on the moon, and they said that was fake and stuff like that. And
you know, there's a guy who's been following Neil Armstrong around, going, "You didn't land on the moon. It was all fake. You know, the flag didn't. Why is the flag flying when there's no wind?"
Yeah, but what
Mr. Armstrong has got so absolutely fed up with this clown about.
Oh no, I did hear about that.
About 6 or 7 months ago, I think he decked him.
Half right there, Pilot Dawson. It was actually Buzz Aldrin. But fortunately, our cadets didn't know that either.
I have met Neil Armstrong. The man is not a liar. You know, as sure as I'm standing here right now, he is the real deal. You know, there's no way this guy is going to sit there for the last
You can believe that
40 years and pull the wool over everybody's eyes. No way.
it'd be it'd be the biggest lie in the world, though, wouldn't it? If it was. But I don't know. I believe it. I believe that they landed on there.
Well, I kind of have faith in people. I just don't believe that people come up with crazy hoaxes like that, you know?
sometimes things are difficult to believe.
3 hours into the journey, and out of nowhere, Paul and Billy once again inadvertently stumble upon the truth.
Wouldn't it be a shitter if someone was... We accidentally heard, "Oi mate, do you want a coffee?" From out the back. And they were going... just pushing it like that.
Yeah.
We were like stood still and someone was just going...
And the whole country's
"Oi
thinking,
John, do you want a burger?" What?
Or I open the shields and they've got like a space simulator, like a big screen, so it looks like we're in space, and someone throws a burger at the windscreen.
Yeah.
And ketchup goes flying. Whoa, what are the odds of that happening? I can't wait to find out what our first experiment is.
Again, Paul almost getting it entirely right at the end of that piece. In case you missed exactly what he said, have another look.
Wouldn't it be a shitter if someone was... We accidentally heard, "Oi mate, do you want a coffee?" From out the back. And they were going... just pushing it like that.
Yeah.
We were like stood still and someone was just going...
And the whole country's
"Oi
thinking...
John, do you want a burger?" What?
Or I open the shields and they've got like a space simulator, like a big screen, so it looks like we're in space, and someone throws a burger at the windscreen.
Yeah.
And ketchup goes flying. Whoa, what are the odds of that happening? I can't wait to find out what our first experiment is.
Whoops. Oh! We're going to take another break now. When we come back, the cadets at last see the money shot, the sight they'd travelled nowhere to see. And I have to say, I've seen this already, and I find it really moving. I know it's fake, I know what's going on, but when you see them take in the beauty of planet Earth, it gives you goosebumps. Don't go away.
I stand before Uranus.
I stand before Uranus,
Begging for admittance.
begging for admittance.
Welcome back to Space Cadets. There they are, just exercising there. Billy doing a bit of exercise there on the up and down thing machine that normally hangs out in people's garages. OK, now yesterday's launch was not without its problems, the biggest one being with the giant screen that was specially built to give the cadets a nice view of home. It's a heck of a piece of kit, 7 metres tall, 20 metres wide, took the equivalent of 124 computers 6 weeks to generate the images, and it has 3 times the resolution of a high-definition TV. Plainly, with something that technical, there's an awful lot that can go wrong, but the boffins reckoned they had every eventuality covered off. But they hadn't counted on rogue moths and their natural inclination towards the light. You see, the problem is, when you're trying to convince a group of cadets they're looking down on Earth from 124 miles above it, a moth with an apparent wingspan of 600 miles perching on Botswana wasn't really going to help the ruse. This meant that the shuttle shutters had to be lowered, and the cadets were initially denied the spectacular view that motivates man to go into space in the first place. Eventually, the moth was captured, tagged, released back into the wild, and it was time to give the cadets what they'd come for. Here's the money shot.
All right, folks. Now, you've probably been hankering to have a look down at home. See what you've been missing all these few orbits. So,
My Mach 2, 1.
there you go. All right. All right, you can stand, but just don't come any closer. But there you go, folks.
It's there. It's the world.
That's the world, folks.
Oh my god, you can see land over there.
Unbelievable.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
you've been living your whole life on.
But you can see the rain.
What's that called again?
The limb.
Kind of misty, sort of.
That's the limb. Yeah.
It's the limb.
That's the envelope of air that keeps you alive down there.
Wow.
Damn, guys, that is amazing.
Just look up, look, if you look round there, Kev, look, you can see it going round.
Oh my God.
You can see, like,
There's a landmass over there.
Yeah.
Where's it?
over there.
I wonder if that's Russia.
Australia. Opened up shop.
Roger that.
I think we're around about Australia right now.
What do you think of that, folks?
That is amazing,
No,
dude.
that's
Getty, that is amazing. Thanks, guys.
Good.
Oh, this is just magical, isn't it?
It's so hard to explain what I've just seen. I've just seen the whole Earth. I'll do my best. I've just seen the whole Earth, and the way I can describe it is, you know when you're on a plane and you can see straight lines in front of you, either way. I've just seen it curve, and it was just the best thing I've ever seen. And I'm just thrilled, and I'm happy, and I'm so proud that I'm lucky that I'm here. But hang on, what's that over there on the right then? Coming up, floating up. This is like things float up there or so.
That's a goose.
Well, we got a bit of. There's a bit of dust out there
We
that
got
might be
some-
catching glints off the sun.
Oh,
Space junk out here. It's a cloudy.
Everybody is on cloud nine, no pun intended. It's absolutely amazing. We've just seen the Earth. Like, I can't even believe I'm saying that sentence. We're just so happy, and I don't want to come back to Earth. Actually, I want to stay up in space.
Jesus, and we're going how far?
We're going 28,000 kilometers per hour.
Looks like we're just strolling.
And they're in a not a cop with a radar gun and about 200 kilometers from us. So
I'm speechless. Sorry, I just saw the world. I've seen pictures on the walls in the barracks and stuff, but I mean, all I see is what's around me, which is just like walls, bricks, grass and stuff. But just to see this big black space of nothingness, and then just see the I think what he said was just kind of the horizon of the world. You know, like where you see the end of the sea, and it just, you know, that you sort of think that's where the world ends, or Christopher Columbus did, and I just saw that. I can't explain it. It was everything I imagined and more.
nobody's getting vertigo.
No.
I never get tired of this. I can close my eyes, I see a boat motionless on the water, all the way down there, or a man hitting a duck with a stick, whatever I want. I see, but it is so far away and beautiful.
All the problems in the world just seem minor, you know that? From, like, just,
That's what I see. It's,
They just don't like all the wars and stuff that's going on. It just seems like...
Don't touch my weird.
this is space in its
Really
pure form. In the pure form, there is nothing between.
It doesn't seem
Us
real.
and
I know,
the
I know
Earth.
it's real, but it just doesn't seem real.
No.
I mean, you see pictures.
Amazing, brilliant. We're in space. Space is great. Space is the place. We've just seen the Earth. That was humbling. I'm just so deep within it myself. It's a very, very odd experience because I know where I am, and yet I don't. And I also think, and I maintain this, I think that everyone here at some level knows, because of the you've heard it, the constant thing of like, even looking out to the Earth, it's like, oh my God, it's like it's not even real. You hear these, their brains are shouting, screaming. There's a voice in everyone's head going, none of this is real. It's not real. It's truly humbling.
That's a good word,
What I love,
we are so
is the
lucky.
shape.
Yeah.
The shape of it, you can actually see the round curve.
This is bizarre.
4. Wow, moving stuff. I'm joined by friends and family members of the 3 cadets. We've got Kerry's best friend, Jenny, Paul's mother, Lorraine, and girlfriend, Claire, and Billy's boss, best mate, Chris. Thanks for coming in, gang. Lovely to have you here. Sorry there's no heating. Freezing, isn't it? Have you got any thermals on underneath there, madam? Sorry. All right, sorry. Chris, what do you think of the launch last night?
It was fantastic, completely convincing, absolutely brilliant.
OK, you were convinced by it, Dan. Do you think Billy genuinely bought it?
100%, absolutely.
OK, were you surprised by that, or...?
No, not at all. It was fantastic. I mean, I've been here for a few hours today, and I've learnt some Russian. I mean, I'm half convinced.
It's quite a disorientating place to come, isn't it? It's like Russian number plates and a sort of a veil of secrecy around everything.
It is incredible. It's really, really clever.
What about Jenny? Did you watch the launch last night?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was brilliant. I thought everything about it was really realistic. It was really good.
And are you very proud of Kerry?
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything that she's done, especially like the physical part with Val, I thought she's done brilliant. She should be really proud of herself.
You're right. At the very least, she's got really fit out of this.
Yeah.
With Val. OK, you watched the launch last night, presumably. Were you proud of Paul?
Very proud.
And you think he absolutely bought it, do you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did. Yeah, he does.
No doubt about it. What do you think was the most spectacular thing about it for you? When did you sort of think, wow?
Well, they sat there. Well, first of all, when they were sat there and sat there and sat there.
Yeah.
And then after, just their faces, they were just so gone in their faces. They thought they were going where they were going.
Because I was watching it and I was getting, it was butt-clenchingly tense watching it. But I wonder, do you, as their friends and family, want them to rumble the whole thing, or do you want them to keep falling for the illusion?
That is hard.
What do you want? Do you want Paul to actually rumble it, or are you enjoying the fact he's lost in magic, effectively?
I get excited. I think, oh, he's going to do it, and then he doesn't do it, and I think, oh, but I want him to stay in.
You want him to stay in, you see?
Yeah.
You want him to carry on sort of believing this dream?
Definitely.
He would want to stay in, regardless.
Yeah, because I tell you what, half of me kind of envies them. I've been sort of obsessed with space travelling since I was a nipper, and people go out to the moon, and I'll never know the feeling of what it's like to kind of go into space, which they've got. And they actually know the feeling. However delusional, they're taking part in the ultimate video game, I guess.
Yeah, and all the build-up to it as well.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
I think they are having the time of their life along the way.
They say in that, aren't they?
Do you think they subconsciously know?
I don't think they subconsciously know, and I think if for 1 second there's a doubt in their mind, that's all it's there for, 1 second, because they turn around and there are cosmonauts flying their ship. No, of course not. They're 100% with it, with no doubt.
Do you think you'd all fall for it?
I think so. I think it's
being
so
the build-up that it's
realistic.
had, yeah, definitely.
You think you would?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. This question of whether they subconsciously know it or not, I mean, have you seen at any time, I mean, obviously you know Kerry very well, your best mate. Have you ever seen a little look on her face like,
I don't think so. I mean, she said a couple of things about that maybe it's not real, but I don't think she believes that. I think she has fallen for it totally. I think she thinks it's all realistic.
What about with your boy Paul? Do you think he, at any time, he's sort of given signs?
Well, he has little signs and that and smiling, but no, he's sold on it. You just got to look at his face, and he's sold, definitely.
Okay. Now the big question, really, that I'm worried about, in case I need to deploy Val,
I think you better.
in case they come out swinging. But Chris, how do you think Billy's going to react?
He's going to be a great sport. I think clearly he's going to be a great sport. He wouldn't have been picked if he wasn't going to be a great sport. He's going to be fantastic. He's going to be a little disoriented, but he's going to have no regrets at all.
Okay, Jenny, what about Kerry? How do you think?
I think she'll be a bit shocked at first, but after that I think she'll find the funny side of it.
Okay, how long will the shock last for, do you think? just roughly, you know.
Just a couple of minutes maybe, but that should be all right after that.
And what about Paul? He looks like he can go a bit.
Yeah. You don't worry. You better be worried.
No, we'll be all right. But I mean, how do you think he's going to react to it? What do you think
he's a good sport, and he's played many tricks on many people.
Has he?
Yeah. He has.
Ah.
So he's a joker. So he'll take it.
What sort of tricks? And how mean are his tricks?
I don't know.
They're
He's
harmless.
very harmless, but he winds people up daily.
Does he?
Daily.
So we would say they're all good sports, and we
Yeah.
think they're all going to take this pretty well.
Yeah.
Else, I guess you wouldn't have kind of said, yeah,
No,
crack away,
no,
take them to space.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, it's lovely to have you down here.
Okay.
And I know you're going to be hanging around the area anyway. Well, that sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Just hanging around, looking all surly. But you're going to wait until the actual big reveal moment. So we look forward to chatting to you a little bit later. But thank you very much for coming down here and braving the cold of Russia.
Okay.
Kind of. Okay, thank you very much. The gang. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, let's get back to the cadets and a subject that I imagine you lot here must have anticipated would raise its ugly head. When they signed up their loved ones to a space-based entertainment show, yes, it's puerile and silly, I know, but it's the subject of Uranus.
T plus 4 hours of orbit, and it's time for the traditional cosmonaut initiation ceremony.
Capcom Crimps to Earth Orbiter 1. You have now seen Earth from an altitude of 200 kilometers, which means we have 4 new names to introduce to the space family.
Yay.
Cosmonaut Billy, welcome to the space family.
Thank you.
Cosmonaut Charlie, welcome to the space family.
Thank you, Capcom Krimsk.
Cosmonaut Kerry, welcome to the space family.
Thank you, Capcom Crimsk.
Cosmonaut Paul, welcome to the space family.
Thank you, Capcom.
A little tradition we have here is when you get into space, you go to moonwalk.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'll start. I know I'm not the greatest moonwalker, but I'll try. Okay, whoa, there we go. All right.
Go on, Charlie.
Humble water.
Go on, Charlie. Can't you hold your water, Charlie? That was
interesting.
Absolute respect.
Are you ready?
All right. Whoa, well, all right, you ain't seen nothing yet. That's the beginning. All right.
Thank you, guys.
It's not over yet, folks.
Why?
All right. Can anybody tell me who the Greek god of the heavens and the skies
Zeus?
is?
No,
Oh,
it
no,
was
Medusa.
Apollo, wasn't it?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, what was it then?
But the Greek god of the skies and heavens is Uranus.
Uranus. Oh, sheep.
So we are entering his kingdom.
Okay. So go worship
So
Uranus.
we've all done this.
Okay.
So this is your turn, all right?
This is funny, it is a joke, but there is something deep down we must respect.
Yeah. If you'd like to put your cup down. Right hand on your heart. Left hand up here. All right. God of space.
God of space.
I humbly stand before you.
I humbly stand before you,
begging for admittance.
begging for admittance.
God of space.
God of space.
I stand before you.
I stand before you,
begging for admittance.
begging for admittance.
I stand before Uranus.
I stand before Uranus,
begging for admittance.
begging for admittance.
You are cosmonauts now.
Capcom Crimps to Earth Orbiter 1.
Cheers, buddy.
We're all pretty moved down here, let me tell you.
I guess we should all be grateful that it wasn't the mission commander conducting his initiation ceremony. Let me tell you, that would not have been for family viewing. Time for another break. When we come back, exactly what is going on in the mid-deck. Find out in a second.
Can we do one there, a sneeze? Or is it not too much noise?
Welcome back to Space Cadets. There they all are, aboard the shuttle. I was telling you earlier, that's the netting. Now, our cadets can't go beyond that netting. They've been told it's because they might nudge a button. Obviously, they can't do that, but really it's because if they go that far forward, they can see to the outer peripheries of the screen, and they'll probably start to see some of the workings. There's Ivanovic and, of course, Drew Dawson, our two actor pilots, who I have to say are doing a beautiful job. He is getting into such a lovey-off with Charlie at the moment for who can do the most convincing performance, who's the most in character. It's good. And, of course, Billy and Kerry get increasingly close. Anyway, what? You are kidding me. Another one on the screen. OK, it would appear there is another moth on the big screen. Apparently we can see it on this monitor here. There. Good Lord! It's the mission commander's moustache. OK, back to Billy and Kerry and flirting space daily.
During their time on board, the cosmonauts must sleep in shifts, enabling the flight commander or pilot to always be awake. Pilot Dawson, Kerry and Billy are on the first sleep shift. During their time on base, Billy and Kerry have become quite close.
Are you sure you want that one?
Yeah. Are you having that one down there?
Yeah, while Drew's not here, I'm going to try that one up there.
Oh, no, don't have that one. So if you have that one, then I can talk to you. You can put your face there.
Oh, then there.
Yeah. I'm going to show you my bra now. Yeah, lots of exercise when we wake up. Can we do it when they're asleep? Or is it make too much noise?
It's pretty much soundproof.
Oh, my camera. Look at it.
They're all on, yeah.
If that like stops, that's like it stops in the nibblies.
Got big old titties though, Kerry.
Really?
Well, you have, haven't you? Are your boobs big?
Yeah.
Well then. Get them out. Just for a laugh. For Drew. For the mission.
Shut up. Oh, you got our pillows out, Chip. You're in number 5.
I know, but get them. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Show me your space pants.
No, they're hideous.
Show me the back of
I'm going to go commando tomorrow. They're horrible. Really big.
It's amazing, isn't it? What are you thinking then, Charlie? What have you been thinking? Well, it's like, I was just saying to the camera down, it's like the air, you know when you go on planes, planes are like normally, you get like a funny sort of smell, don't you?
Yeah.
And a like a bloody...
Yeah.
Look at that fucking water. But with this you don't, do you? And
Yeah.
I don't feel, like, it's not, it's just clean, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like being in another room.
Yeah.
Oh, this floor's freezing.
I know.
Have we got a budget of socks? Oh, I'm not happy about these pants.
Yeah, well, I'm not happy about mine. Oh, water. What's your favourite, please? I'll give you a massage one of the nights.
Nice impression. Tell me that the wind sweeps you like
Quite warm in them.
Huh?
Quite warm in these sleeping bags.
I think I'm currently sort of overwhelmed by feelings.
Yeah, I know.
It's like it's almost too much to articulate.
Yeah, because you take it a little bit and then it's
There's so much. It's something else. And then we're just having our dinner. You know, we're having a. I'm sitting there eating meatballs and pasta, and then I'm thinking, hang on, I'm 200 kilometres up. And then we're going through, and then we're seeing the.
That was amazing. The bend on that.
And
I'll never forget
and seeing
that.
things pass beneath you. And we're travelling at 28,000 kilometres an hour.
For an hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up to your beauty in the morning.
I can wake up to your eyes though. I like your eyes. Huh?
You just flirt with me. That's why we don't get to know each other. Because you're flirt.
Yeah, but I'm
See,
sure...
with Charlie, there's probably no sexual attraction.
No, there isn't.
So, you know...
There isn't with you either, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. You can't even look at me without laughing. I try to talk to you, I'm 2 minutes.
Oh, talk to me?
No, every time I talk to you, you've got a big grin on your face.
I smile at everyone.
See how long you can look at me without smiling.
Hold on, let me get rid of my spot.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
This is fantastic. Oh, hello there. Well, we've all heard of the Mile High Club, and I dare say some of the real astronauts have made a go at joining the 124 Mile High Club. Who knows? Perhaps we might witness the very first members of the 3-foot off-the-ground, perched-on wobbly shock absorbers in a shed in Suffolk Field Club, if there isn't one already. OK, that's about it for tonight. The cadets still haven't rumbled it, but they're getting closer by the minute. Tomorrow they'll encounter increasingly bizarre pranks and behaviour to see how far the whole ruse can be pushed before they're brought back to reality.
You now have 1 minute to decide which balloon sculpture you wish to make. You may choose to make one of your own.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make probably something of my own devising. Oh, yeah, I might even get carried away. What?
That's a hat, yeah. OK, cool.
If you want a bit more spaced out stuff, you can visit the website channel4.com/Space Cadets. Otherwise, join us again tomorrow on Space Cadets. Hope you enjoyed the ride tonight. There's plenty more on E4. Catch you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest Space Cadets news and watch highlight clips by texting MOBILE to 83188 to get a link to the Channel 4 mobile site. And Space Cadets, the satellite show, is blasting off over on E4 any minute now. In Channel 4 next, witness intimidation and investigators running scared from themselves in Ghost Squad.